All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my presentation. My name is Philippe Theunissen from CAIZ, and we are building an Islamic financial ecosystem on the blockchain. So first of all, what is CAIZ? We are an Islamic ecosystem on the blockchain, and our mission is to provide our users financial freedom, economic freedom. And we do that by offering ethical financial products that are just and fair. So first of all, what is Islamic finance? Islamic finance is actually a financial system of an economic system that really resembles the original capitalism that we knew in Renaissance Italy, 1200, 1300. It is based on a few core principles. I think the most well-known is interest is not allowed. Interest is not allowed. No speculation. Uncertainty needs to be removed as much as possible. Of course, in a business-to-business transaction, you can never have no uncertainty, so it needs to be minimized as much as possible. In Islam, no forbidden activities, so no gambling, no porn, no weapons. And very important is that all transactions need to share risks. So that means profit and loss needs to be shared. The beautiful thing is that if you apply these principles to a financial product, you will see that all interests are aligned. And the focus of a transaction in Islamic finance is to create win-win situations. Let me give you a few examples so that it's better to understand how this works. For example, a mortgage. In a traditional financial world, you want to buy a house, so you get your loan. Say, for example, the house is $500,000. You get the loan, you agree to repay that loan in 30 years with a 5% interest. All things go fine. Now, in a worst case scenario where the economy goes down, house prices are falling, suddenly you lose your job. You cannot repay the mortgage. Then the bank says, I'm sorry, you need to leave the house. I will flash sell the house. I need to recover my money. Say the bank gets 400,000 for your house. Okay, you paid off a little bit of your debt, so but you still owe the bank 460,000. The bank sold for 400, so now you end up with no work, no house, and 60,000 debt left with the bank. In the Islamic version, you would convince the bank to buy the house for you. You agree with the bank to buy the house from the bank in 30 years for a certain markup. Say 30 years and 20% extra. In the meanwhile, you're renting the house from the bank. Every month you pay your rent, but also every month you purchase the house a little bit. Same scenario, you lose your job, you cannot pay the rent anymore. The bank says, I'm sorry, you need to leave the house, I will rent it elsewhere. Now the bank will think twice to flash sell it, because the bank owns the house. I mean, if it sells for 400, maybe it needs to do it to strengthen the balance sheet. It sells the house for 400,000. It's 400,000 for the bank. Beautiful thing is that you pay 10 years to the bank. You are, for example, 20% owner of the house. So what happens now? Okay, you have no job, no house, but you get 20% of the 400,000. You end up with 80,000 left. So it's easier to restart. So it is a much more humane setup in the Islamic mortgage. The same for a business loan. You have a business. You want to extend that business with a new production line. You need 100,000. The bank gives you a 100,000 loan. Repay it in 5 years. Things go bad. You lose your business. But of course, the bank doesn't like to loan money to small business. So you need to pledge collateral, say your house. So your business goes bankrupt. The bank says, no worries, sell your house so I can get my money back. So you have no house, no business, and that's the situation. In Islamic finance, there's no loan. The bank will co-invest in your business. You agree to get 100,000 invested, but you will also agree with the bank, okay, I pay you out in 5 years with this markup, for example, linked to financial metrics. In the meanwhile, the bank is simply a shareholder in your business, so they also get dividends. So they are much more interested in the success of your business. Suppose things go wrong, well then your business goes bankrupt, the bank also lost its money. So it's again much more humane, and you see interests are aligned. They want to see you succeed, because if it's not succeeding, everyone loses his or her money. The good news is that all products and services, or almost all products and services that we know in the fiat, in the Western-style financial world, there is an Islamic version. And we are building an ecosystem that is completely Sharia compliant and that offers payment tools, savings tools, investment tools, all Sharia compliant, that works on, and that is based on these Islamic financial principles. Payment tools, I mean, we want to make sure that our users can receive and send fiat money and crypto money, bank accounts, saving solutions. You want to park your money in a stable currency, in a stable asset. We have a gold coin, a USD coin, a euro coin. Investments, if you want to grow your business, if you want to grow your wealth, you invest, for example, in tokenized real estate products, or we have government-backed infrastructure projects. Business tools, you want to grow your business, so how to raise capital for your business. A charity and an academy to really learn more about finance. And really important to mention is that all the products in our ecosystem are Sharia compliant. And Sharia compliant means that everything adheres to these financial principles. So no interest, no speculation, no uncertainty, or minimized uncertainty. And it is important to mention that not only we say we are Sharia compliant, how it works is that you need to be certified. So we got you got Islamic scholars who are analyzing all that we do, every product. And if they also say, indeed, this product is really adhering to Islamic principles, you get your certificate. And it is important because we are after 1.5 billion Muslims around the world who lack access to financial services. And they have no access to Sharia compliant services, and they are true to their beliefs, and they're simply not using anything that is not Sharia compliant. So by having all the products certified, we give the Muslim community the confidence that they can simply use our products in our ecosystem. And also for non-Muslims, it is very interesting to use Islamic finance, because Islamic finance is quite conservative. So any business that works on Islamic finance is conservative and is much more stable than some leveraged business in Western-style finances. So what are we building? So we took a hard fork from the Stellar chain, and we changed quite some things. So we changed the consensus mechanism from FBA towards IFBA, that is Islamic Federated Byzantine Agreement. We introduced a new node type, supervisory node type, to make sure that all transactions are compliant. We changed the governance layer, we changed the app layer to make sure that everything is transparent, but also checked to make sure it is compliant to Islamic law. We changed tokenomics to make sure that that the growth of the number of Caizcoin in the ecosystem, it is linked to the growth of the ecosystem. So when a user enters the ecosystem, a small number of Caizcoin is released, and that release amount is lower than the average available amount in the ecosystem. So that means that there's always an upward pressure for the purchasing power of a Caizcoin in the ecosystem. We introduced a hybrid model called DC, where we combine the best of the decentralized financial world with the best of the centralized financial world. So blockchain of DeFi offers this level playing field, a 24/7 access, fast and cheap access to any services. So this infrastructure, we combine it with the strength of CeFi, where you have a licensed product and good customer support from financial institutions. So we offer this infrastructure where well-licensed products are offered to the majority through a blockchain infrastructure. And I already mentioned it, we are offering financial services, so everything is licensed in all the markets that we are active. So what is our aim? We really want to provide an alternative financial system where we want to give our users the tools to achieve financial freedom. And I already said, well, in the world there are 2 billion people that are unbanked or have lack access to financial services. From these 2 billion, 1.5 billion are Muslims. So really after this big group of people to give them a better chance to develop themselves. Important, of course, it's also ethical, so we are open for everyone who likes this ethical finance. We also want to be partners with Islamic banks. Islamic finance exists, but it is quite time-consuming and energy-consuming. So if you don't bring a lot of money right now, you don't have access to Islamic finance. So we want to say to the Islamic banks, we have the infrastructure to reach this big group of people with your products. So this is we want to be a partner of Islamic banks, and in the end, if you look at a longer term, we really want to be a bridge for the financial world into this new Web3 era of finance, where DC and where DC is combined. So what are we doing right now? We're now in the final stage of our project in terms of listing. So we are not listed yet. We are preparing our listing at a big number of exchanges, and we are launching our ecosystem. This is all for early next year, and we are integrating some big partnerships. And that's also an open invitation to all of them. We are building an ecosystem. So if someone is interested in offering their services into the ecosystem, feel free to reach out to us. If it is not Sharia compliant yet, no worries, we help you with making sure that products are Sharia compliant and get certified, so we can build this ecosystem where our users have this whole suite of products and services available for them. That is it. Thank you. If you have questions, happy to answer them.